Hi everybody, welcome to Jake Showcase. Today I'm going to tell you why I don't take karate. As I've said many times before, I was extremely small as a kid, and I used to get picked on and bullied a whole lot. I'm getting called names, I used to get punched at, I used to get picked up, I used to get thrown around, and it was really hard. Basically I had no choice. I was in fact the smallest guy in the entire country. I must have only weighed about 70 pounds going into high school, and I was well under 5 foot tall. Not to mention I had a big mouth, so I really drew attention. So I used to get picked on a lot and didn't know what to do about it. Basically, there's two different ways to dealing with problems. Way number one, do nothing. And way number two, which is promoted a lot, which is learn how to defend yourself. I have to admit, I was attracted to movies like Karate Kid, watching a little guy who was getting picked on take on the world. When it comes to self-defense, a lot of people think, well, you know what, karate or taekwondo or something like that, that's the way to learn how for the little guy to be the tough guy. In particular, the Asian martial arts are known to be the best way for people who are small to defend themselves. I got into it and I thought, you know what, I gotta learn how to do this too. I ended up taking karate, taekwondo, aikido, jitsu, and a whole bunch of other ones trying to learn the different techniques. Quite honestly, I didn't last at all in either of them. Only a few months at a time, and I would sort of burn out. There are several problems with karate and the other martial arts for me. Number one being is that, you have to learn how to spar. I was excellent with all the technical details, but I couldn't spar. Once I actually had to get into a fight, one punch from somebody would knock me right out. In karate, they teach you self-respect, and they teach you respect in general. I was great at that. I would go to the dojo, and I really did respect my senseis. I was excellent at doing the different patterns, because a lot of that was just memorization and movement. I didn't get to much other than a yellow belt or a green belt before I ended up giving up. I used to try out the old karate kick. The old karate chop. In karate, you gotta learn how to make those grunting noises. The karate punch. How to guard yourself. The problem is when it got to real life, these people were way bigger than me. Like in basketball, with physical confrontations, the truth is the truth. You cannot train size. The first thing that people in martial arts teach you is to stand up for yourself and don't back down. For me, that was a big mistake. In fact, I found that I was getting in more fights and getting more people picking on me because I was trying to stand up for myself. Walk down the street, you stare them in the eye, and before you know it, somebody takes you over and beats you up and takes your money. One day, what happened was, I went down to the variety store, and there was a Korean owner, and I started talking to him. I said, hey, you're Asian, do you take any karate or taekwondo? And he said, no. I was confused. I thought everybody who was of Asian descent used to learn how to do that. And what he said to me changed my life. He said, you learn how to fight, and the fight comes to you. You don't learn how to fight, and the fight doesn't come to you. And for me, a light bulb went off in my head. It totally made sense. I had been doing all this training and practicing on how to defend myself from bullies and people picking on me, and it was actually having a reverse effect, and I was getting picked on, beat up, and things were worse. One of the main reasons is because I was ending up challenging people that I basically had no business in challenging. I basically was standing up for myself in areas where I would usually back down, and that was causing me to get into more fights and confrontations. So I decided right then and there, you know what, this fella's right. He knows what he's talking about, and it's true. If you don't learn how to fight, the fight doesn't come to you. Over the next couple of weeks, I ended up quitting all of that and over the next few months, my problems went less and less and less. I haven't been in a fight or in any sort of physical confrontation basically since I quit. While the theory of self-defense is good, the actual practice of self-defense and what it teaches you and how you think does change what you attract. The way I handle situations where I'm uncomfortable or feel physically threatened now is I basically walk away or run if necessary. By avoiding the problem, you don't have a problem. Your best answer is the peaceful answer: conflict avoidance. The key to that is making sure that you learn how to interact with people in a way that defuses situations. Hope you find that helpful, everybody. Don't forget to like my video below and subscribe up above. I do my videos on Wednesdays, and I hope you have a wonderful and peaceful day.